What's up, nerds? It's XQ15 here with everything you need to know how to get started in Disney Sorcerer's Arena. The game came out just a couple months ago, and for new players, it can be really overwhelming at first to know where everything is or what you should be doing. In this video, I'll be your magical tour guide around the kingdom of Disney Sorcerer's Arena and show you where everything is and how to get started in the right way. If you liked the video, drop a like and subscribe, and let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. The basics of Disney Sorcerer Arena evolve around what I like to call CSET. That stands for Characters, Spells, Emotes, and Talismans. You'll find these under the Collection button located at the top left of your home screen. When you click on it, characters are pretty obvious, but these are the dudes and dudettes doing the fighting for you. Looking a little closer here, there's a couple of main ways to make your characters stronger. The character level, their gear tiers, their abilities, and their star level. Stars will remain the main way to increase your characters and move up in star level by collecting shards for these characters, which we can get into in a little bit. Gear tier is where you need to collect a bunch of materials to improve your power level. If you've played games like Galaxy of Heroes or Marvel Strike Force, you're probably pretty familiar with this. But this will be your primary bottleneck, collecting gear to improve your characters, as it is always in all turn-based RPG character collector games. Abilities are here on the left. Each character has a set of moves they can use for combat. The higher those moves are, the more effective they will be. Lastly, your character level is improved by spending potions and coins, and generally, it improves your character's stats overall. Moving on to spells here, spells are kind of like summons that you can use in battle to perform powerful abilities. You choose a couple of spells to go into battle with, mainly 2, and once your spell meter charges up, you can unleash your spells. Even starting spells like Duke Kaboom and Magic Meteor are really good for a while, so don't feel like you're wasting anything by leveling these up. Moving on to emotes. Emotes are basically ways to communicate with opponents while doing your live PvP. So you could throw up an anger if they make you mad, or Hades to give them 2 thumbs up, bro. These are kind of fun, but don't really provide you with any sort of advantage in any way. Lastly, talismans are unlocked by completing certain tasks in this game, and basically are just used for your profile picture to show off to other players what you've accomplished. So you'll see on my home screen here, I have Zazu set to mine right now, because John Oliver is just awesome. Okay, so now you know the basics, let's talk about campaign mode. Tap the battle button here on the home screen and you'll see the Grand Campaign, Heroes Campaign, and the Villains Campaign. This is basically the story mode for the game. You'll play through a bunch of thematic battles from Disney and collect gear and character shards as rewards for completion. The Heroes Campaign, you use good characters or heroes, and the Villains Campaign, you use bad characters or villains to fight. So to progress in both of these, you'll need to level up both a good and a bad squad, or a hero and a villain squad. The Grand Campaign, you can use either good or bad characters. The campaign modes are where you'll be spending your energy. You use the purple lightning bolt for Grand Campaign and the yellow lightning bolt for the Heroes and Villain campaigns. The primary purpose of these modes are to collect more shards for your characters and collect pieces of gear in order to level up your characters. When you unlock the hard missions, which you see here on the top track, you'll be able to acquire more shards for your characters. Another way to get gear and upgrade materials is through summoner challenges, which are located on the bottom left of the home screen. These change up every day, but let you collect gear, ability upgrade materials, coins, potions, and etc. You'll want to make sure you visit these every day and unlock the highest tiers as soon as possible so you can get better rewards. Moving on now, the last bit of PvE content you'll need to know about is the Towers of Endurance. These are probably one of the coolest things in DSA and make it what it is. You basically play through 10 consecutive battles, but each tower restricts you to only certain types of characters. For example, you can only use downtown characters for Tower 2, and Kingdom or Oceanic characters for Tower 3. The towers can be very difficult, but the rewards are really good. So make sure that you try these out as soon as you can, because once you beat them, you cannot play them again. I'll make a video later that will help you through completing some of these early towers. Alright, now let's talk some PvP. Sorcerer's Tournament is located in the upper left of your screen. The Sorcerer's Tournament is your standard PvP ladder system, where you choose an opponent and fight them to move up the ladder and set your defense. You'll set an arena team for both your offense and your defense and try to climb as high as you can up the leaderboard so you can get better rewards. In this mode, you're fighting against other players, but the AI is controlling their team. But DSA also has a live PvP mode, which is here when you click the battle button in the bottom right where your campaigns are, and over here to the right. The PvP arena is a live fight against another person where you're both choosing actions in real time. So unlike Sorcerer's Tournament, where you're fighting against other computer players, in the PvP arena, there's a live person on the other end choosing actions and abilities against you. A lot of these games like this are including live PvP in them nowadays, which is pretty cool. By playing live PvP against other players, you can collect rewards weekly, during seasons, and also by filling up the treasure bag gauge at the bottom. Now this brings us to clubs, and you pretty much want to get into a club as soon as possible because you want to get the extra perks and rewards right away. The faster you get into a club, the faster you will progress in Disney Sorcerer's Arena. Clubs are basically the guilds of DSA. On the club screen here, the first tab will show you all the members in your club and their roles. The flag tab here is basically the guild gift exchange of this game. So you can request gear or energy from other players in your club, but also donate to your other club members in return. This next tab is your friends list, pretty standard for games like this. The last tab is your chat tab, so there's a global chat here, which I don't really use at all, but you can chat with your club in here as well, which you definitely should use if you want to be involved with the club events. Speaking of club events, the club dungeon is where you can earn club currency or coins. Basically, you and your club are competing against each other in a PvE kind of way, kind of like raids or something like that from other games. These club coins are really valuable, so make sure you're participating in the club dungeon as much as possible. The other main club mode is Club Conquest. This is straight up PvP mode against other clubs that are out there, where you set your defenses using your characters and you attack other clubs using your attack teams. You'll fight against 2 other clubs at this time. And this is also why it's important to pay attention to your guild chat in case they have specific instructions for attacking or defending. Finally, let's talk about the store and exchange shops here on the left side of your home screen. The Star tab has a limited time packs for current events or special offers. Most or all of these cost money to unlock more characters and gear and whatever else can be available during that event. The Backpack tab will be event packs or offers where you can spend gems or coins instead of money to buy current event characters or items. The Mickey Head is spending money for more gems. Pretty much every game like this has these kind of offers. Spend money to get gems, which can be used on characters, more energy, gear, and etc. This Chest tab lets you open chests for gems or other currencies which contain shards for your characters. So these are basically your gambling element in the game. You are just hoping and praying that you get a bunch of character shards from characters you would like. You do have these free chests at the bottom which refresh every few hours or so. So like coins, small pieces of gear, maybe other character shards will be what you get. Make sure you stop in here and open these often. And you can also watch ads every day to open more free chests if you want for energy and gems. Finally, this gem tab here is more money for gems. So if you're a spender, go nuts. Lastly, the exchange is where you can find lots of things, from character shards to gear. This is your primary way for collecting extra character shards and gear through all of the different currencies you earn in the game. The gem tab is spending for your gems. Unless you're spending money, this is probably not at all the useful way for you to start. The coin tab is where you spend coins if you have a ridiculous amount of them. This next tab is where you spend your club coins, which we talked about earlier. This sword badge tab is for PvP coins, so these are from the Sorcerer's Tournament. This tower tab is, well, tower coins which come from the Tower of Endurance. One thing here, you'll find these shards and materials to level up your spells here, which are really the primary reason to do the tower right now. The next tab is the Sorcerer's Exchange. As a new player, don't really worry about this right now. You won't have access to these for a while. Lastly, you'll have the VIP exchange, which unlocks if you've gotten VIP through the store. So basically, by spending money. This is kind of just a bonus store and not really viable unless you're spending a lot of money on the game. The very last thing to mention is events, which will appear here in the center of your home screen. There's way too much to cover on these events for this video, but these change almost daily and are great ways to pick up extra materials and shards, so make sure you're looking at these regularly. All in all, that's everything you need to know to start your journey into the kingdom of Disney Sorcerer's Arena. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, this is XQ15. Roll out, nerds!